Alright, hello everyone. Thanks for watching. Got out to stretch my legs a little bit. Been in the machine a while now. I was walking down a little bit right here. We've got some lodging, or if you don't know what lodging means, it's just right here. You can see how the alfalfa is starting to lay over a little bit, and that's just because it's gotten really tall, which is a good problem to have. Obviously the machine's sucking it up pretty good. But yeah, it's pretty tall. Yeah, it's about halfway up my leg right there. Pick one. Yeah, it's pretty tall. Monster boy, come here. Come here, Monster. Good boy. Now, obviously, he's not very tall, but it's taller than he is right now. But you can sort of see my hand there. About 2.5 feet tall. Looks pretty good. Stems get kind of big for second cutting on our hay around here. It grows pretty fast. As you can see here, I cut out along the sprinkler tire track before I finished right there, because it's on these sprinklers, it's just best to avoid these tracks altogether. Cross them up here when you cut your header rows, but it's just best to avoid them because it beats everything up. Yeah, I cut it a little taller right here too, raise it up just in case there's dirt that's built up here. So yeah, another field looking pretty good. You can see we got a lot of aphids here. Do a little bug check. A lot of aphids. Ladybugs though, they're all over the place too. Getting it on. And this time of year, aphids are pretty common for us. This isn't really much to worry about. But we got good populations of ladybugs, and one ladybug can eat up to 200 aphids a day. So one of those guys is gonna eat up to 200 of those guys a day. Got a little worm there. Those are cutworms, but that's not, there's just, I only see one here. You start noticing cutworm problems if you have them. Birds at the house love this thing at the end of the day. They come and feast on all those things. Well, you can't hear it so much from in here because these videos actually get a pretty nice sound when we're recording, but this machine is getting a hell of a workout because of this thick hay. That's obviously doing it because I'm still cutting. But yeah, it's getting a hell of a workout. Isn't that right, minion? Silly little Happy Meal toy I got. Who says we don't get cool Happy Meal toys? That one's pretty cool. Alright, I got out to move our sprinkler. Cutting this side. That side's getting cut tomorrow. If you're wondering why I'm just not cutting the whole thing, we've got lots of reasons, but there's alfalfa grass over here, and we typically put that up in small bales. We might do it in big bales though, because our guy who moves the small bales has a lot of work to do. We don't want to end up with nowhere to put the small bales out of the weather. But so that could go either way. We'll see. I'm walking over here so you can see. This is fresh cut hay. This was cut like 5 minutes ago. And the thing with these crimpers, conditioners, whatever, is it's not quite as obvious right now, but you can see they've been really flattened. This one's a good example, and it's got a crack right there, and it gets cracked all the way along the whole stem. It just doesn't make little crimps like crimpers do. And what that does is speeds it up. This has been down for just about exactly 48 hours. I cut it 2 evenings ago, and then we took a break from cutting because my dad did some custom disking work for a neighbor, and I had a personal matter to deal with. So you can see as it dries out, the stems start getting a lot flatter. This stuff on top is really dry already. Like, this would almost be ready to bale. Yeah, see how the stems are really flat right there. And yeah, as I do that, the stem's gonna just open up. But what that's done is it allows the moisture to escape out of the plant quicker when the entire inside of the plant is exposed to the air. Yeah, you can see the crack right along there, but that's all it takes, all along the whole length of it. And yeah, you can see that one's already splitting open. Our test to see if hay is dry enough to bale is you'll try if you can scratch what we call bark off. See, that would just about be ready to bale. We'll find something a little wetter under here. See stuff like this. That's what we call the bark right there. And that's still too wet. Obviously this windrow is overall too wet, but 2 more days of drying time would get this dry enough. But by the time all this is dry enough, this will for sure be dry. The issue we can run into is where we turn around, mashes the hay down, and it doesn't dry out as fast. So if you cut these sooner, then they're ready to go when the rest of it's ready to go. Well, yeah, that's that. Thank you for watching.